So, on the line of the last video, which I talked about your divine purpose, um, I want to share with you what we call the path of the hero. And really, it takes a lot of humble pie. That's a very English saying. It takes a lot of swallowing your pride. It takes a lot of letting go of your ideas and your assumptions to actually realize that perhaps you're not always right. Perhaps you're wrong. Perhaps there's many ways of seeing the one thing that you are holding on to. So, you can be open to other things. It takes a lot of humbleness to actually look at yourself. And we call that the hero. A lot of people are very protected of themselves, firing their guns and their opinions at everyone else, meaning if anything's gone wrong, you're wrong. If anything's happening, you all are the cause of it. If I don't like something, it's because of that. So we're always pointing our fingers outward and not owning any part of it. Or maybe we own a little bit and we go, oh, perhaps I shouldn't have said that. Or maybe I can try and be a little nicer to that person I don't like, or that silly person over there, So we own a little bit of it, not all of it. And to rise in consciousness and the path of the hero is to actually realize that all of that is a judgment in your own head, that you're the one thinking that judgment. You guys are all wrong, I don't like you. That is a voice in your own head. And what's remarkable about that is when you start to see that, you realize that freedom doesn't come from those voices. Freedom doesn't come from being right or wrong. You don't feel free. You don't feel at peace when they're all wrong all the time and they're the idiots and they have to change. You're constantly fighting and fighting your world. And if you want peace, you have to turn that up. Or said another way, if you want peace, you have to shine a light on those voices and realize they're not true. It's very humbling to look at yourself. It's incredibly humbling to realize you're the one thinking the thoughts that are judgments. I'm not talking about the result. I'm not talking about if something actually does need to change. I'm talking about who you are being, what you are thinking about. You. And it's by seeing those thoughts and starting to watch them and realizing you're not consumed by them and the story around them, that you start to experience peace and freedom. It's all about you. It's very humbling to realize the voices in your head, the judgments that you're thinking, the duality that you create. You've created all of it, which actually then means the pain and suffering you've created, which then also means you have a choice to no longer suffer. If you can see that your thoughts are the cause of your suffering, you then have a choice to not suffer, because you now have a choice not to think those thoughts and not to hold on to those judgments. Wow, right there is your freedom. That's what meditation is about. That is the truth behind meditation. If you can play with that, that's the truth of realizing who you really are and what actually is truth in this moment when those judgment voices aren't consuming you, aren't leading you, aren't dragging you around. I love this. Explore. Write your comments below.